Hello, it's Philip Taylor speaking from Richmond Green Chambers, and I'm looking at the two-volume Paterson's Licensing Acts for 2011, the 119th edition, which has been edited by Simon Mehigan Queen's Counsel, Jeremy Phillips and Mr Justice Saunders, to name a few. It's the standard work. There's a flicker of view there. Let's just go through it quickly. You see the side bit which shows you what it's about. It hasn't really changed its colouring or anything. That's very useful. There's a very quick guide right at the front. Then the standard work again, you've got very important contents. There's a preface right at the front, lots of cases. Then you go straight into the work itself. It's paragraph numbered at the sides with footnotes. You've got a lot of huge amount of detail. Right at the back you've got an index, which is of course extremely useful as well. I'll get there in a second. That's the index. You can see also that it's got colour sides there, which means that you can actually find bits that you're looking for instance particular pieces of legislation or whatever it might be that you're actually looking at. That's volume 1. Volume 2 is a bit heavier actually this year, and volume 2 covers betting, gaming and lotteries. There's a CD at the back which is extremely useful for those who want that, and I think they will do, because there are quite a lot of detail. There are various forms, for instance. There's one on gambling there which is quite important to bear in mind, and a lot of other huge information. Can I just say that we've written a review on Flickr and given it the title Get Up to Date on Licensing with the 2011 edition of Paterson's, and we say this, that if you're a practitioner, particularly one specialising in the field of licensing, then Paterson's is your Bible basically. It's now its 119th edition. The first one came out by Mr Paterson in the 19th century. He had James Paterson, I believe his name was, MA and barrister at law. I haven't got a lot of information about him at the moment, but I'm looking at it to find out how this generated from day one. What we're saying though is that for all who toil in the dense and dark vineyard of licensing, Paterson's is a venerable and indispensable work. Having been updated 119 times then since James Paterson started it all, it stays perennially fresh, contemporary, up-to-date and indisputably authoritative, and that's exactly what it is for anybody involved in this area, because it gives you the law, and I don't think there's anything to rival it. Paterson's is not without its lighter moments, of course, revealing inevitably the more than occasional insights into human failings and foibles, which is always to be expected, of course, with licensing. There's an example, a case of Mr Boyle, whom we will call the hard-up Haverhill pub crawler, who was banned by the Haverhill Pub Watch from entering any of its member pubs, a ban that was extended for a further 2 years. After mightily fighting the decision to ban him, which involved a judgment 59 paragraphs long, the ban was upheld, causing Boyle not inconsiderable grief. The pubs in Haverhill must be very good that Mr Boyle was prepared to spend so much money trying to get his ban lifted, declared the judge. Unhappily, he will have to continue his drinking elsewhere, but with a lot less to spend on it. Thus it covers the broad spectrum of human life and activity, which is gradually revealed in this scholarly and thoroughly heavy work of reference for lawyers and licensing specialists, and as I've said, I don't think there's anything to beat it. It's incorporated now in the 2 volumes with the CD, and it has all the law and judgments that you need pertaining to what we do in England and Wales, with useful commentaries as well. Volume 1 is logically structured in 5 parts, each part covering with commentary the relevant statutory instruments and forms, including sex establishments, alcohol refreshment, entertainment licensing, door supervisors, i.e. bouncers, security industry authority, street trading and so on. Volume 2 has 3 parts covering betting, gaming and lotteries, including the Gaming Act 2005. And as one would expect of a work of this stature and erudition, there are extensive tables of cases, statutes and statutory instruments, and there's a very good index at the back of both. The law stated as at the 1st of September 2010 savours where it's been possible to introduce more recent developments. And they may well, obviously the authors have added that because the new government obviously has fairly substantial plans for localism in the new proposed bills, and we could see some fairly substantial changes to this book in the coming years as basic policy changes again on licensing. So thank you very much to the authors and to LexisNexis for what I think is the absolute top when it comes to dealing with licensing matters. Thank you very much. Bye bye.